Good morning. We have a mass stabbing event coming out of a Catholic church in Sydney, Australia. Now, we're going to break down all the facts for you. There's some graphic video that comes out. I am not going to show the whole video, though. Why am I not going to show the whole video? It's because we're not going to glorify these people and let them have their minute of fame. But we are going to break down what occurred. And just like every video, when I break down crimes that occur at churches, I'm going to let you know what you can do in the aftermath of a crime like this. Most importantly, though, there is one thing that this church could have done right away that needs to be done immediately that they didn't do. All right, let's start breaking down what occurred at this church. And I'll show you a portion of the video as the attack is about to happen. I'm not going to show you the actual attack, though. So if you want to see that, this probably isn't the place for you to be. All right, so a bishop was stabbed during a live stream service on Monday. And this was in Sydney, Australia, after they were hit by another mass stabbing just 2 days before, where 6 people were stabbed to death in a busy shopping mall in Bondi. Now, New South Wales Police Force said in an update on X that it was responding to a call from a church in Waikiki, a suburb west of Sydney. It's 7:10 p.m. on Monday. And remember, they're a day ahead of us in the United States. They repeated that there were reports that a number of people have been stabbed. Now, a video that's shared widely on social media appears to show a priest being stabbed repeatedly while delivering a sermon by a man in a black t-shirt who was then tackled by members of the congregation. The church routinely live streams its services and events that you can see online. Now, a subsequent video taken by a churchgoer showed people helping the bishop as he lay on the floor. Now, police said the incident took place on Welcome Street, where the Christ the Good Shepherd Church is, and this is an Assyrian Orthodox Christian church. Now, what is an Assyrian Orthodox Christian church? It is a Chaldean Catholic church that primarily serves communities of Chaldean Christians who are ethnically Assyrian. They're indigenous to parts of Iraq, Iran, Syria, and Turkey. It is an Eastern Syriac particular church of the Roman Catholic Church. Now, the church advertised an Assyrian Bible preaching event Monday night with its bishop, H.G. Mari Emmanuel, whose picture matches that of the man that is stabbed in the video. Now, none of the injuries were life-threatening, according to police, and the victims were being treated by paramedics. Now, a male was arrested and was assisting police with inquiries. Now, we don't know exactly what was said yet. Hopefully that'll come out pretty soon. I will give an update on what the suspect says and what the police release in my newsletter over at christianwarriortraining.com. If you want more information on crimes that occur each week and how you can make your church safety team better, head on over to christianwarriortraining.com. I've got free training for you there as well. I'm not charging anything for it. It's all free. Now, immediately after the stabbing, the church was surrounded by people from the community, and it prevented police from helping paramedics who had barricaded themselves inside. A riot did erupt afterwards, where police had to use pepper spray to disrupt the crowd. We don't know why everybody in the neighborhood started rioting, but it did prevent police from doing their jobs, and it did prevent paramedics from quickly rescuing the people that had been stabbed. All right, let's break down specifically what you can do when an incident like this happens. The most important thing here, and I wish this church had done it, immediately stop your live stream. So somebody's got to be operating the live stream. When you have to talk to your people that operate that live stream, that if something were to occur, they immediately have to stop transmitting, because certain terrorist groups are going to be monitoring that to help continue on with the attack afterwards. It's also important for those people to immediately start deleting it from all the different services that they're streaming to. They've got to delete it off Facebook, Twitter, wherever else you're live streaming to. You got to delete those posts before people start seeing it. Why are we doing that? We don't want to give them credit and have them start posting that in every crazy place that's going to view that, right? We don't want to give them fame and fortune with that being seen. And by deleting that and stopping that live stream, you're keeping them from glorifying what these guys have done. And you have to remind the people that are doing the live stream, like, that's their job. The safety team is taking care of the bad person. The medical team is taking care of all the injured people. Everybody's doing their job. Everybody's got a part. But I can't emphasize how important it is to discontinue that live stream. So make sure you have that conversation with your audiovisual people. Also, you can see a pre-attack indicator here. You can see when the man walks up, he starts strolling up. It is not normal for somebody just to start walking up in the middle of a sermon to the pastor while he's up front. That should be your first clue. What I would do if I was on a safety team, we do put people up close to our pastor while he's serving. It's kind of a last line of defense. He can jump up, and I would just hold on to that person in case it's a mistake. They are just confused, right? They may not be ready for an attack. Maybe they're just confused and don't know what to do. Just put your hands on them and say, hey, I'm sorry, people are worshiping right now. Why don't we come over here and start redirecting them? If it's a normal person, they're going to go with you because they realize, oh, I'm doing something wrong, and you redirect them to a seat. If it's a bad man that's going to go do something, you're going to feel them tense up. You're going to feel them push forward. They might move away from you and lunge for that attack, and you can take them down right up front. But having somebody up close, I like having layered defenses at my church. Have people in the parking lot, watching the parking lot for any signs, because it's all going to start there, meaning they have to come into the church. So they're going to have to come through the parking lot first. I like people inside, watching the doors and watching the people inside. And I like having that person up front near the pastor. So for us, it's very important for the safety team to attend church, because a lot of times it's very easy to be distracted and provide protection services and then not actually worship ourselves. So we have a requirement that you have to worship and then you serve separately. The guys that are serving separately, they're out in the parking lot, they're out monitoring everything inside the lobby and so on. And then the guys like me that are just there to worship, and we're not really off duty, but you're off duty, you're worshiping. That's where you place yourself in a position of advantage. You can still listen to your radio in case something happens, and you're in a position to stop anything, like this man coming in for his final attack. Now, how everybody else was stabbed in this incident was they came to the rescue of the pastor that was up front, and then the suspect started stabbing them too. Now, all the injuries seem to be non-life threatening, which is great. It was nice that everybody made that move, and it's nice to stop that man. But then the riot that happened after, I don't understand that. They all started rioting, and it prevented the police from from taking custody of the suspect, from helping the pastor that was injured. Don't be a savage and don't riot. We just had incident command system training for our campus leaders yesterday. When we did that training, we brought all of our campus leaders together, and we talked about what would happen in the aftermath of a critical incident, much like this. And we gave them leadership training on how they're going to lead people. Like, if you are the minister that is up front and something bad happens, how you can calm everybody and what we want people to do. A lot of times we're going to want them to stay where they're at while the safety team deals with whatever's occurring. And then we use the greeters to help evacuate people, the parking lot attendants to help bring in the fire department, the police department, and we bring order into that chaos by using everybody at the church. We can also loop people in, people that may be sitting in the services that are medically trained, that can help provide medical support, but it's a whole church effort after a critical incident, but there has to be order for that. And I think it's super important for you to give your church leaders ICS or incident command system training. I'll be putting that up in a course here in the next couple of months. It'll be a free course. I'll put all the PowerPoint presentation, I'll put all the downloads and everything up for free for everybody to have. Head over to christianwarriortraining.com. Everything will be up there for you. The most important thing to help you avoid a critical incident just like this is remember your ABCs. Always be caring.